Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. But before we begin, just a quick warning. The last video is truly disturbing. The first video tonight comes from Florida boy Johnny, a US-based channel centered around outdoor adventures, comedy, and spontaneous vlogging, often set in the swamps and forests of Florida. It is September the 25th, 2021, and what starts as a lighthearted fishing trip quickly takes a darker turn. With no promising fishing spots in sight, Johnny and his friend shift gears and decide to explore a nearby wooded area. At first, the energy is carefree. Just 2 friends joking around, chasing frogs, and soaking in the sounds of crickets and crunching grass underfoot.
Ah! Whoa, look at this. Are these arrowheads? What are these?
Arrowheads?
No, it's not an arrowhead.
That's pretty cool.
I see you. Where's Harvey dead?
Where do you think it goes?
The spooky forest.
So if you look, this just opened up significantly going this way. Oh my god.
I got you.
Oh my
Look
god.
at my big finger.
My crap. Jesus Christ.
Good?
Nope. If you don't stop with that damn stick.
Yeah! Ow! Ah! That was scary. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Look. Those have to be its spores. That's cool.
You don't even have your phone on you, do you?
Nope.
You have anything on you?
Nope. We're gonna get robbed.
I almost did it.
What?
I almost ran into that damn spider. So we had to double back because we realized that we left everything in the truck. And that's not the best idea. Considering anybody at any time, while we're in the middle of the woods here, can just show up and take all of our stuff.
Did you have your keys?
I have my keys. We're back
What
on the
if we
same.
find some spoopy snakes?
Then we will eat them for sustenance.
Okay, get them!
Good God.
The mood remains upbeat as they laugh and goof around, even forgetting their supplies and having to backtrack to retrieve them. But once they head out again, something changes. The woods feel different.
I'm gonna make some boots.
Yo, that is creepy looking. That's where we're heading. Okay, so this isn't even a trail, it's a creek bed. It's still pretty cool though. Minus the spider webs on my face. I have a stick now for
Spooder webs.
spider webs like this one.
Oh.
Out of my way. Absolutely not.
What?
So we have come across Pennywise's home.
I'm a super white girl. I'm inspecting it. But I'm also a chola.
Oh, you are
So
not.
if anything fucks me out, put it back. Look, are these like bones? Are these bones? Bro, there's bones! Alright, these are rib bones of some kind.
Those are rib bones.
I'm not okay.
They're all in the well right there.
There's a bunch. I don't like this, Dad. I was just see if there's anything else. Oh. What?
There's more bones.
No way.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Is that a thigh bone?
So not only did we come across Pennywise's house, we found a bunch of rib bones and what appears to be,
Maybe.
look, it's cut right there. Right here on this piece, it looks like it was like cut through or something. This is exactly how horror movies start. You ever see a glass bottle? You ever see a glass bottle with a hole in it?
Let me see.
Perfectly like that? Look at that. Huh. I'm really curious as to what kind of bones those are. That bottle just broke.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious?
It just broke.
Like it was just sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Did you not hear it?
Uh-uh.
I set it down and then I was doing something over there and then I just hear like a crack and... Yo, what?
Like, look at this, Dad. Look. This is a tendon.
Yeah.
This is too. And look, this looks like it pivots. So I'm pretty sure this is like a fucking...
Yeah, but that's cut.
Yeah. Look at that. That's somebody's fucking leg. That's a fucking knee.
Doesn't look like a knee.
Ugh. Well, I don't know what it would be. I don't know, man. I'm not okay with this, though.
Dude, watch this like end up being like that movie, The Ritual.
Oh,
We
no.
start seeing strange carvings in the trees and whatnot.
I would be like, okay, we're going home now.
So that is pretty interesting. And once we get out of here, we're gonna take a closer look at those bones and see exactly what we're doing.
They stumble upon a strange, decaying tunnel, and just outside it, a scattered pile of bones. At first, they dismiss it as an animal remains site, but as they look closer, they spot bones that are far too large, possibly even human. One in particular resembles a thigh or knee bone. The joking stops. The tension creeps in. Uneasy and unsure who or what might be nearby, they decide to leave the area, but not before taking the bones with them to examine more closely and potentially report. Let us know in the comments. Do you think those were animal bones or something else entirely? One thing's certain. When you're deep in the woods, far from anyone else, bones aren't just creepy. They're a warning. Quick question. Would you ever camp alone in the woods, not knowing who or what might be out there with you? Or do you prefer to stay warm and cozy in your own bed, watching others brave the unknown from the safety of your screen? The next horrifying video comes from Under the Weather, a YouTube channel dedicated to wild and solo camping adventures in remote, often unforgiving, natural landscapes. It is March the 11th, 2024, and James, the creator behind the channel, embarks on a personal mission into the dense wilderness of Stirling, Scotland. His goal? To finally locate the elusive Machar Stones, a mysterious 5,000-year-old druidic site shrouded in legend. After several failed attempts in the past, James pushes deeper into the forest, determined to spend the night beside the ancient structure.
Yeah, no, there's definitely something eerie about this place. And it doesn't really help with the smoke from the fire, looking like some fog from a horror film. And of course, now it's at night time, it does seem to be a lot wetter. There's the tent. Fire's gone. You can just hear the sound coming, the music coming through the trees. Definitely did sound like someone walking around earlier. But the thing is that squelchy, you heard my feet. So you would definitely hear them. And you'd hear them like squelching, wouldn't you? But it definitely heard it. I thought I heard a voice as well, but Definitely not the place to be if you're scared of the dark. Hello? Silence. Well, those stones are quite something. I mean, they don't look like much, but it's kind of eerie that there's the big clearing around there, and then there's no trees and no sound really in the middle part. But apart from hearing random voices, which I did hear, and on this occasion I don't have my knife, my trusty knife. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So I just prefer, I cut short my little thing there because the camera died for no reason as well, which is a bit strange. And I think I prefer the nice kind of security of the tent. See, I don't have a knife, but I do have a saw. So if anyone starts, they're going to get that across the knuckles. You know? I'll leave that open. Just in case. No, I won't, because I'll cut myself for that, because I'm an idiot. But, right, I'm just going to cozy on down now, and hopefully don't hear too much in the night. And if not, then I will see you in the morning.
As dusk settles over the forest, James takes a short walk around his camp. The isolation begins to weigh on him, especially after hearing faint voices and the unmistakable sound of footsteps squelching in the nearby mud. Already unnerved by the eerie silence of the forest, he retreats to his tent for a false sense of comfort, trying to calm his nerves and settle in for the night.
Oh, shame. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Shit. I just started laughing there. Or something. Oh, really? Hello? Hello? I think that's a road in the distance, maybe. Yeah, it can't be. It can't be. Right. I can't hear anything, so let's turn this off. Right. Good night.
But at around 2 a.m., he's jolted awake by something far worse. Soft, echoing laughter just outside his tent. Gripping his weapon, James listens intently, frozen with fear. The laughter fades into silence, and after a few tense minutes of waiting, he forces himself to lie back down. Sleep does eventually come, but only for a few hours.
Don't know if you can see in I don't know if you can see in there, but that is rather brown looking water, isn't it? So, yeah. Right. That took forever. It's still very brown, so let's hope it's alright. Delicious brown water. Maybe I should have washed off the tomato soup. Well, stagnant brown water, bottoms up. Hint of tomato. Yeah, tomato. Easiest camping meal you will ever see. That's the spot. Well, one thing I didn't really check last night was tree fall. And look at that, those two big bad boys behind me. There's just fallen trees everywhere, but the wind's not being as bad as it has been in recent weeks. But everywhere you look, there's fallen trees. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Ooh, look at that. Tuck it in. We have a burrito. Oh, that's better. It's hot. Well, fed and watered, I think that's almost time for me. I'm going to finish up here and then start packing up and make it. What the hell? What is that? What the hell is it? Look at them trees. What the f is that? That pentagram. That is not a natural phenomenon. What the f? What on earth is that? That could have been there all the time, but I doubt it. The fuck? Right, I'm just put that aside for now. Right, I'm gonna get ready and go.
The next morning, James is having breakfast when he notices something horrifying. Hanging from the very tree where he'd placed his lantern the night before is a handmade pentagram, crudely constructed, yet intentionally positioned. There's no way he could have missed it earlier. Someone had been there, watching, waiting, and left a sign. Rattled by the find, James wastes no time packing the rest of his gear and hiking out. The unsettling sounds in the night, the feeling of being watched, the laughter, and now, this sinister symbol left at his camp. It all points to one disturbing truth. He wasn't alone. Let us know what you think in the comments. Was this just a twisted prank or something far darker? One thing's for sure. When you're miles from civilization, in a forest that is ancient and still, the worst thing to realize is that someone else is out there with you and creeping around your campsite while you sleep. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us to continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Chiltern Wild Camper, a UK-based YouTube channel focused on solo wild camping, mainly in the Chiltern Hills. Known for its raw, unpolished style and genuine storytelling, the channel features peaceful outdoor adventures, simple gear setups, and immersive nature experiences. It is February the 2nd, 2025, And Leslie, a YouTuber known for her peaceful and inspiring solo nature videos, sets out on a trip she's long dreamed of, camping deep within a remote, untouched forest. The area is known for its breathtaking isolation, but also for the strict warning signs posted along the outer trail. Signs she notices, but chooses to ignore. Hoping to fully disconnect from the outside world, she pushes on and sets up camp far beyond the usual footpaths, aiming for a quiet hilltop above the trees. What starts as a peaceful solo escape soon takes a disturbing turn. As night creeps in and the forest darkens, Leslie begins to feel like she's not alone. A distant shape, a flicker of light, and suddenly, the woods no longer feel so empty.
Don't know if you can see that, but there's somebody walking down the bottom of the valley there with a torch. I'm sure they're fine and innocent, but I've turned all my lights off until they've walked by. That person with the torch going along, I was about to set the camera up and I was about to say, oh, I'm on a hilltop and I can see they're about to leave the valley, so that's good. But they didn't. They came back and sort of towards the tent, and I just thought, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Pat, the camera, in fact the camera is what I was worried about. First time I've used this, Insta360. My first ever camera. It's funny how I was packing that, wanting to make sure that was okay. And my hip belt I wear, so it's got my mobile and keys, so I just got my rucksack on and left the tent and hid down in the trees to make sure they went, because I also wanted to check what they were doing rather than just, you know, me leaving. And eventually they left. I don't know, I was spooked by then, so I found a different spot. I'll show you this spot, just about 10 minutes around the corner, but it's a different valley, so what's the chances they're not going to come back? Hello. Oh. Of course I'm wearing my mountain jacket, so with all the stress I'm boiling. This ground is so bumpy. Well, what to do? I'm 10 minutes away, but I feel safe because it's just a different tucked away corner. I'm just looking down on the ridgeway. I don't know, I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to go back to the car and give up. I know that everyone says, oh, follow your instincts and do that. When I saw this, I thought, no, I'm going to be here, at least for the evening. I think it's so rough and bumpy here, I'm not sure I can sleep. So I'm going to have dinner, practice with the camera, and see how I feel when it comes to bedtime.
While making her way up the hill to set up camp for the night, Leslie spots something troubling in the distance. A figure walking slowly through the trees, sweeping the forest with a flashlight. At first, it looks like they're leaving, but then they circle back, continuing to scan the area. Despite every instinct telling her to leave, she chooses to go ahead and pitch her tent, hoping for the best and planning to stay as long as she can.
Okay, I'll get the food on. So I've had a glass of wine and some slices of cheese and apple. So I'm still a little bit spooked. I don't think I'll be able to stay, but I do have a reassuringly sharp cheese knife, which if it came to it, I guess I'd have in my, you know, very low ability hands. So, yeah, it's cleared up, the stars are lovely. Can't get the lighting. How do people have bright lights when they use these, what lighting do you use, guys, when you use these cameras? Do you just have your torch? Eek, eek. Don't think so. Do you know what? I might bring you back when I'm sat in the car, sobering up from my half a glass of wine. Might have dinner at home, like any normal person. Oh dear. Just kidding. Just kidding, that's fine. Is that better? Oh, the Ridgeway. Nearly back to safety. Oh, shadow. Gotta get the hang of this filming. Camera went off spontaneously, so that is a bit spooky. Showing this is a really obvious path and I'm not lost in the woods. And I know I'm not lost because, I'll tell you why. Whew. Isn't it lovely when you see these things? When you're a bit like, oh, have I got the right place? Yes, there's a huge gate and the car park's about 10 minutes up there. Oh. You know, people talk about wild camping like it's all or nothing, but you can go for the evening. You can set up, see how it goes, have dinner, get creeped out, and then go back to your car. I mean, if you're not hours up a mountain. So for your first few, just do the evening out. Where's the owls? I guess the owls were scared off by all that work earlier. These are yew trees. They're forever. If they ever get a disease, I'm going to be so gutted. They're beautiful, these yew. Camera's gone off again. Oh well, doesn't matter to me. Well, that was an interesting camp. It's 7:45 now. I'm back at the car. So I went to a spot I've only been to once before, and it's lovely. It's up on a little hill. But that torch in the valley, normally if you see that, they just go along and they're gone. But he was like looking around, and the torch, you know, shining across trees, and seemed to swing back to where, you know, I was. I was just so spooked. It's wonderful actually always to sleep in a tent, but you have to feel safe when you're in the tent. I know that in the Lake District, other YouTubers have done videos where there's torches going by the tent, you know, even at midnight. But I think up in the mountains that happens, doesn't it? Because that's the thing, they're doing night walks, they're doing night hikes. But here it was a little bit different. It was somebody looking around. I don't know what they were looking for. They may have just lost their dog lead or something earlier. Yeah, they're probably looking through their dog lead. And they just almost found me. It's funny how as soon as that happened, I just left the tent and I knew there's no way they could find me because with all the trees and the darkness, I knew how to get out of there. So I felt like I could, you know, I went into survival mode. But then I watched them leave eventually, packed up my tent, so.
But the uneasy feeling never leaves. After hours of trying to relax, Leslie finally decides to trust her gut. Once it appears that the stranger is gone, she moves quickly, tearing down her camp and making a silent journey back through the forest to her car. She gets out safely and unharmed, but clearly shaken by the experience. In my opinion, she absolutely made the right call, as you should always trust your gut instinct. Let us know what you would have done in the comments below. Because when you're solo in the dark, deep in a place no one else is supposed to be, and you see a stranger moving through the shadows, you don't know if they're lost, watching, or waiting, or what their intentions are. And sometimes, being cautious is the only decision that matters. Perhaps it's not the animals we should fear most, but other humans. In the dark and desolate places we explore, it's often the unexpected presence of another person that turns a thrilling experience into a truly terrifying encounter. The next shocking video of the night comes from Stuart James Author, a paranormal enthusiast and writer who shares eerie footage and personal ghost encounters through Reddit. It is November the 29th, 2022, and this particular clip was captured during an overnight investigation at one of the UK's most haunted historical sites, Oxford Castle. According to the uploader, the location was completely empty at the time, with no one else on site. Given the castle's long and dark history, including use as a prison, it's no stranger to chilling folklore and unexplained phenomena. As the camera quietly pans across the stone interior, something deeply unsettling is caught on film. A pale, ghost-like face staring through a window, unmoving, cold, and unmistakably human. The uploader claims he didn't see anything at the time of recording, but the footage suggests otherwise. And just as the camera shifts around the corner, the tension escalates. A dark, humanoid figure appears to be lurking in the shadows.
Recently, I carried out a paranormal investigation at Oxford Castle. We were let in overnight and the only people there. This was live footage which I didn't notice at the time, but if you look closely, there appears to be a face at the window. As I rounded the corner and walked down one of the dark halls, I saw a figure leaning against the wall. Again, it wasn't there while I was doing the live feed.
Could it all be tricks of light and angles? Or was something truly watching from the other side of that window? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Because if that wasn't just a trick of the light, then what was it? One thing is certain. Seeing a face like that silently peering back at you is the kind of nightmare that stays with you. There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand, and sometimes the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The next video comes from Justin Chase, a content creator known for his unscripted adventure vlogs, often mixing humor, self-deprecating commentary, and an honest curiosity for the unknown. It is June the 5th, 2025, and in this video, Justin lets ChatGPT choose a mystery destination within an hour's drive from Johnson City, Tennessee. Without previewing the location, he follows the AI-generated coordinates into a remote, heavily forested area deep in the Appalachian Mountains, near Embreeville and Unicoi County, possibly within Cherokee National Forest. What was meant to be a lighthearted challenge quickly spirals into something far more tense. Upon arrival, Justin learns the area is closed to camping due to recent bear encounters. But instead of turning back, he ventures in on foot, determined to find the GPS point. The deeper he goes, the more unsettling the atmosphere becomes, especially when a deep, menacing growl cuts through the forest air.
To make a run for it. You only live once, ladies and gentlemen. It's now or never. And we're going to be losing daylight in probably 40 minutes to an hour, so it is quite literally now or never. It's currently 7:52, so I'm going to go ahead and set a turnaround time, because as we have learned on this channel, it's very important to have turnaround times. Ladies and gentlemen, officially welcome to Snake Den Mountain. I'm currently at 5,182 feet. That's it. When you're this deep in the mountains, so my turnaround for today is going to be 8:20 no matter what. If we do not get to whatever this point is before 8:20, then oh well, I'm not risking my freaking life today. So it turns out you don't actually have to cross the creek. They just got a bridge here that goes across the creek. So I got my shoe wet for absolutely no reason. Still apparently haven't learned my lesson about these boat shoes. These are certainly not for mountain hiking. Okay, this is like 5 minutes later after that last clip. Turns out that there is a trail. And this is like a real backwoods trail. This is certainly not a popular trail. So I am assuming that this is supposed to lead me to whatever this location is. I'm having some like real PTSD from my trip to Snake Den Mountain. Okay, you know what? I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to focus on getting there. So I'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, when/if I get to this location or not. I'll see you in
As he starts making his way up the trail toward the destination, Justin finds himself dealing with a muddy, steep path and begins seriously questioning his decision. The terrain and isolation trigger flashbacks to a previous trip up Snake Den Mountain that went south fast, leaving him visibly shaken and anxious about repeating history.
a second. Okay, this is unfortunately, this was supposed to be a lighthearted video. I don't know what I said last, but I got probably halfway there and heard some kind of growl. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a bear, but it certainly sounded, I think it was probably a mountain lion or something. I think that I'm pretty much done with being like an idiot on this channel and being totally reckless for really no reason. I really don't know what else to say at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to resolve this video, but that's also not really what I should be worrying about at the moment. I'm just going to focus on getting out of here at the moment. I survived it. I think I'm actually done with like going back into the woods by myself. Like I would love to provide you with an answer as to like what the greater theme or point of this video was supposed to be, but to be honest, I don't really know what it is anymore. I'm gonna drive back to somewhere where I have cell reception in just a second so I can ask what that was or what that was supposed to be. But I really feel like the answer that I'm gonna get is not gonna be one that I appreciate. I really don't think there was anything up there. I mean, it seemed like it was just some random trail. Anyway,
Thankfully, he makes it out safely and unharmed, managing to get away from whatever was growling at him out in those woods. Whether it was a bear, a mountain lion, or something more unexplainable remains a mystery. This video serves as a real reminder. Always tell someone where you're going when venturing into the wilderness, because out there, anything can happen. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think it was just an animal or something stranger? Before the next clip, if you are enjoying the video, please drop us a like and consider subscribing. We upload new creepy videos weekly. Now, back to the video. The last and most disturbing video of the night comes from Snow and Kurt, a middle-aged couple who document their adventures, living and traveling in a camper van across the world. It is July 1st, 2023, and while traveling through Latin America, Snow and Kurt settled in for what was supposed to be another peaceful night on the road. Known for their calm, down-to-earth camping content, the couple had unknowingly parked in a spot that, from the outside, may have looked like the van was abandoned, a mistake that may have invited danger. While casually filming the evening, things took a terrifying turn. Around 10 p.m., a sudden and violent bang echoed through the van. One of their windows had been smashed in what appeared to be a break-in attempt. The raw panic in Snow's voice, shaken and breathless, captured the real fear of that moment as the couple tried to process what had just happened.
right, guys. No doubt about it. Our scariest moment in the van. Voice is shaking. It's taking us a minute to get the camera. Oh, you alright, Kurt?
Yeah.
Middle of the night. I don't even know what time it is.
It's not that late.
It's only 10 o'clock. I don't know if y'all can see it, but we just woke up to someone banging on the window. Our 3M security film worked, but our window is shattered. We need to duct tape this. We'll be back in a minute. Definitely our scariest moment in the van. Oh, I almost got in. Oh, I'm shaking.
Me too.
Oh, our poor kitty cats that scared the daylights out of them.
Oh, wow. That was scary.
All right. We gotta figure out what to do now. We, clearly, first thing in the morning, have to find a place to get a new window. I don't think there'll be any sleeping tonight, so I don't even really think we need to move. We're in a very lit up area, right by a very nice mall.
Cars around us.
There's cars all around us. There's cars driving by. It's not even 10 o'clock at night.
They were just trying to smash in and steal what's
Grab.
in the van.
Yeah.
Just smash and grab.
Well, I could tell you I've never saw Kurt move that fast.
Well, I got hung in the bed and
blanket.
then I just screamed out loud.
He was
and
yelling so loud, and I looked out the window.
My feet were caught in the bed and I just fell all the way down to the floor.
All right, guys, we're feeling a little vulnerable. At least I am. We'll see y'all later. We're okay.
What a horrifying way to be jolted awake. Thankfully, they made it out safe and unharmed. In a stroke of luck, their 3M film held the window together, preventing shattered glass from exploding into the van and injuring them. But this moment is a stark reminder of one of the scariest parts of van life. How sometimes all that separates you from danger is a thin layer of glass. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever gone van camping? Or if you haven't, would you dare to? Because even when you think you've found a safe spot for the night, all it takes is one wrong person passing by with bad intentions to turn peace into panic. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.